Good morning, everybody. It's Gwen with Crafty Lady. I am back with my second uh, new journal that I've made. I've been a busy little crafter. I've made two new junk journals. This is the second one. I've already posted the first one. I'm going to be offering these on capturedonpaper.com, so I'm filming them separately. When I add them to Captured on Paper, that's my consignment shop that I sell my books in. I also provide still pictures of the journal. However, I do supply uh, how to get back to this video so the potential purchaser can look through the journal or see the flip through of the journal and see what it really looks like. This is a hardcover book and it is made with medium-sized chipboard. I was going to put two pieces. I'm out of my heavy. I was going to put two pieces together and I didn't, and I sealed it with a sealer before I started working on it. So there's no warpage whatsoever and it's good and sturdy. It also has a uh, not a chipboard spine, but there's some chipboard. Boy, I got a glare. Where is the glare coming from? Just a minute. I got a light. I think I need to move. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, that helps. It's got some bands on the back. Now it's a cloth um, spine. This is made from instructions from Nick, the Booksmith's tutorials on Teachables. I recommend them highly. I've taken all of her classes and I think they're just wonderful. And this was one of the classes. Now, I don't know, yeah, you can see it's crackled paint. I painted the spine. This is fabric and these are just little chipboard pieces. And here is the back and it's all distressed and painted and crackled. And I mean, it's distressed. It has 7 signatures, and this is it has some little book heads at the top. It has 7 signatures. They're all attached to the spine. This is not a hollow back spine. On the front is just a Tim Holtz plate that I cut out, and this is one of Tracy Fox's little tea cards, and it's a little bee, and it has yellow on it to match. This is just seam binding that I coffee dyed, and it's just tying it together. The book lays real flat. It opens flat. I just put this on there, and I will provide this with the book, but it's not really needed. As you can see, the book lays nice and flat, and it opens and lays nicely. So let's get into the nonsense. There again, it's crackle, it's chipboard, hard spine. It's about the book is 6 by 8.5, and it has a 2.5 inch spine. And when you open it up on the inside, I've made a pocket on the inside cover. And it's just, now this is fabric here. This is how I attached it with fabric. This is just a pocket that I made, and on the pocket it's got some code numbers. Code numbers, if you're not familiar, are Nick the Booksmith's code numbers. She used these a lot, and I really liked them, so I made some for myself. And it's just a card. I've got a book of cards. I think they're, I don't know what's that, 4 by 6 or something like that. And I took one of them and I just across the top I used a Martha Stewart. Now here's just a bingo card. This is a heavy bingo card, and I've had it in my stash for a long time. This is a graphic 45 tag with sorry silk. No, that's muslin as a tie. I had the tags, and I have the die that cuts out the designer paper that just fits in and gives you a nice little border, and also around the little grommet hole at the top, it is just perfect fit. So that's graphic 45. I'm going to slip that in here. I made an abundance of guest checks, and I zigzagged all around them, and they've got, oh, it says office use only, and it's got some memorabilia. It's got this is muslin that I stamped on, And then I have a serger sewing machine, and I serged around and put it on. And then this is just a little tag that I think it was a Tim Holtz and a little stamp. So that fits inside the front pocket. I love this little book. I just love it. These are antique, original um, bills and all kinds of things. These are copies, however. I bought these at an antique shop a good while ago, and there is it's an antique ledger type billing. I did a lot of stenciling in this, and I think there's also a lot of paper to journal on. This is a paper clip that I made, and it's made with coin holders. This is 50 cents worth of pennies. You could put 50 pennies in there, and I just embellished them with lace and a flower and whatever to make the hidden paper clip. I did see this online. It's not my idea, and I can't remember who, and I do apologize. Here's a plain page. A lot of plain pages. This is shorthand out of a shorthand book that I have. This is just a little, I made this, I've got a little stamp that says journal, or I made the stamp say journal and put it on there at the top. This is just a piece of I took some paper, took coffee dyed paper, cut it in fours and made some half pages, and I just stenciled on it. This is a 10-hole stencil. This is the center of our first signature. This is calligraphy paper that I buy, and I stencil on it as well, that I buy at Hobby Lobby in the arts department. And then this is the back page of the half page. And plain, here is just the back part of the shorthand book. I love the shorthand book. I can't talk today. I don't remember. Plain paper, and here's the back page of the ledger. This is another pocket that I made. Now, this was a takeoff on Wendy's Journal Experience. I got some little beads on the bottom, and this is a button and string closure, and you open it up, and it's a fold out, so you can journal on. And then I just added one of Tracy's little, I think this is Tracy Fox's little bug, and then you close it up like so. Now I have I made several of these. This is a button and string closure, and then on the front I took a book page and another piece of fabric, and then the code numbers on top. And then this is a Mrs. Coggs botanical, and it says delight, and I made a tag out of it, and it fits down in our pocket. This is a Tim Holtz, one of the family photos, and I did glue it on, but I've also got it attached with a little grommet pin. This is another part of the half page that I tore. You could journal on that as well. Let me get back up here. I did a lot of stenciling, plain page. Here's another pocket. This pocket is just a card. It's like a postcard out of my stash. This is just a cut off of Tim Holtz's making this. So I just put it on, I almost lost it. Put it on cardstock on the back, rounded the edges, and just made a little tag out of it. This is a little booklet that I made. Now this booklet, I'm going to drop all this. I put book paper on it, and a flower, and a stamp, and then I zigzagged some lace down the side. This is out of a book that I refurbished, and you can write on it. You can put pictures on it. I gessoed over it to cover up some of it. I don't think there's anything in here. I read through some of it, but I don't think there's anything in here that shouldn't be. If there is, please get rid of it or let me know. So that fits down into our pocket. This is another part of the a book page. It's an etiquette book, and this is the center of our signature. I got an old book at a bookstore on etiquette. This is precious. This is Nick the Booksmith made these. I'm just almost sure she did. And if she didn't, I apologize. These are tea bags. And you make the tea bag and they are so much fun and so easy. And then I've got this little stamp, a Stampin' Up. It's two different sizes and it's kind of the shape of a tea tag on a tea bag. And I made these out of book paper, as you can see. And then I stamped on them, and then I made the little string that tied the tea bag tag to the tea bag, and then I just attached it to the half paper. I just love them, and I'm just almost sure that Nick made these. If not, I apologize, but she either did it or Tracy, but I think she did. This is another part of the etiquette book, plain paper. This says Miss Carrie Jones. This is way back. It's old. I don't have a date here handy. Carrie, Carrie, was my grandmother's name, who is no longer with us, but that it's just special. Miss Carrie Jones. It's a ledger. This is just plain paper. Here's another part of the shorthand, plain. This is another ledger piece, a receipt type or a bill. And I did copy these. I didn't want to use them all up at this point in time. There's another shorthand. There's the back part of Carrie's ledger. I still don't have a date. At least I did. It's old. And then here's just the half page, and here's the beginning of another. There are 7 signatures in this book as well. And here's another paper clip that I made, and it's got lace on it, and it's on the little money. This is $5 worth of dimes, tubes, and it hides the paper clip. I really like them. Here's another little ledger. This is 1908. Here we go with a stencil, plain page. A lot of plain pages to journal. There's another shorthand. Here's another another billing ledger type. These are authentic. Another shorthand. These are virtually, I've got 7 signatures, and they're virtually, this is 1869. This is just one of Tim's little photos on that bill. Looks like that's who made the bill. Just a ledger page. This is the beginning of, what are we? The 6th signature. It's just a ledger page. And here's another pocket that I made. Now this is just a pocket. There again, it's made with book paper. It's made with book paper, and then I put on some Edith Holden, zigzagged all around, and decorated with some flowers that I made. I made one of the flowers, and then the little flower up top, I think, is a I Am Rose's flowers. I used to use those all the time. And the book page. And then this is just another one of the cutoffs that I made a tag out of, like the other one I just showed. And this is just a little book that you open it up, and it's just got some little blank pages in it that you could journal on. And we have that down in. Now this one you could journal on. So then this is another one of the etiquette. Here's another paper clip. And here's another receipt or bill. Here is the center of our signature with calligraphy paper, and I did a little stenciling. They're all virtually laid out the same. Stenciling the back part of the receipt or bill, the back part of the etiquette book. This is the back part of the ledger. This is the beginning of the last signature, which is, yeah, that is our last signature, which is the shorthand with stenciling. And this is etiquette, that old etiquette book. Plain paper, another bill. This is 1908. And here's the signature, or center of our signature. And this is also in the center of the signature is the calligraphy paper and a ledger page. another billing or receipt. And on this is, as I say, they're kind of laid out the same. No, that was our 6th signature. Here's the beginning of our 7th, and this says 1908. Frash, Frash, and Evans. Boy and children's pants. Oh, it's a receipt for pants shopping. And here's a half page that you could journal on as well. And this is I copied a bunch of sayings, and this says, the best time for new beginnings is now, and the author was unknown. I pulled down some quotes. I printed them off on coffee dyed paper, and then I cut them out or tear them out. I got some scissors, raggedy scissors, the old ones. I think you'll know. I used to tear them, and if you don't tear them with the grain, they're hard to tear. And here's another ledger, a page with stenciling. Here's the center of our, with the calligraphy paper, center of our last signature. And here's just the back of a ledger page, blank, blank. This is the last of our tour paper. Now the back, and here's also the receipt. This is a pocket that I made, and it's just like the front pocket, except it's out of different paper, but it's out of that book. Oh, you've seen those books. Are they 4 by 6 or I don't know, but they're, they got all kinds of papers. This is a pocket that I made, and there again, it's made with book paper on one of those cards, front and back. I made a thumb pull with my envelope punch board. The notes on these tags are a freebie from Nick the Booksmith that I copied off. I just stapled it on. And I've got the thumb pull like so. It's just stapled on. This is a tag. I'm not sure if this is Tracy's or not. I apologize. I've had these for a good while. I've got some, I've got some material in the little pull. So I apologize, but I just put that in the pocket, and the pocket in the pocket. And here is the back. There again, it is the crinkle back, or the, not crinkle, but cracked. And then I went over it with, I did the crackle, and then I went over it with the stain and wiped it off. And then I went back over it with, I think it was Vintage Photo, yeah, Vintage Photo, I think. And went over it with Distress ink. There again, there is the spine with the tabs. This is all fabric, and I stained all of it. And it's you can see it's all boogered up, but it's supposed to be. It is sturdy. This spine is sturdy. And as I say, I'm going to, and then here's the tie that you don't really need as you see it. And I love the little plaque. This is the Tim Holtz die that comes with the small tag. It's got 2 or 3 plates that you can cut out. And I also stained it with stain, and then I did some rub and buff on the top of it. And then there again, that's Tracy's little tea cards, little tea cards. So I just put it on there and cut out the little B and fit in there with some grommets. Now the grommets are underneath; they do not go through, but it is glued down with Fabri-Tac, and there shouldn't be a problem. The spine is also glued with Fabri-Tac. So there you have it. I really like it as well. I'm going to post this on YouTube, and I'm also going to put this on capturedonpaper.com. If you go to capturedonpaper.com and you pull up where you search and just put in my name, Gwen, Gwen, it will pull up my page. I've got about 8 books on there now or so. I've got about 4 or 5 to put on. I've been doing these YouTubes, and I've been doing these flip throughs, and I haven't put them on yet. I've been really kind of busy, and that's no excuse, but I have. I appreciate you followers, and any new followers I appreciate as well. Um, if you give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Capturedonpaper.com. I'll put that information down below and as well. Any questions, please ask, and please leave a comment. I enjoy reading the comments. And as I say, any questions, please ask down below, and I'd be more than happy to try and answer them. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up. And if it's encouraging, why, to make some books. Nick the Booksmith's Teachables are wonderful. As I say, I've taken all of them, I think, but one or two. But she's a marvelous little teacher, and I've done this 15 years, and I haven't done junk journals 15 years, but a good while. And you think, oh, I know how to do that. And she showed some of her books, and I know I can do that. Well, no, you can't. You need to, I mean, you need to take the instructions, quite frankly, and you can teach an old dog new tricks. So thank you, Nick, and thank you to all the suppliers, Tracy, and of course I watch Wendy's Journal Adventure. She has marvelous tutorials, and uh, I just enjoy this so very much. So, with all that being said, I appreciate you joining me today. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great rest of your day. And I will be posting this on YouTube if you want to watch it again. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.